Hello, and welcome to another update video on Bitcoin. So yeah, here on the daily chart, I don't think we have any change. So those of you who are following the updates on Discord, here on YouTube, or on our X channel, you guys are very well informed about Bitcoin. Anyway, I don't think anything really changed. What we can do here together on the daily chart is just to adjust our micro support area here, which is now between you could say $100,700 and $104,116. It's important that the market, or it's important to point out that the market has now reached the 50% Fibonacci retracement of the decline, which started up here on the 27th of October. It's just the Fibonacci resistance area, or part of that resistance area that we talked about over the last week, because we said if we start to get a break above 105K, this would be the next zone to watch. Specifically, we talked about 109,400 to 112,400, just to show the upper sections of that resistance area. But of course, the 50% retracement here is also important. I have to say, though, I don't see any evidence of a top yet. We could get a pullback into this micro support area, and we could still grind higher nevertheless. What I'm talking about is, for example, in our B wave here. Yeah, so if we are following some kind of a diagonal structure to the downside, like 1, 2, A, B, C, and 3, then wave 4, then wave 5, basically a slow grind lower. This is something we cannot ignore, right? It's possible. We can still find support here in this box, go a little higher for a clearer 3-wave move in that orange B wave. Just like in our orange scenario, the price has formed a healthy wave 2 in this week here around, or between the 17th of October, now on that Friday low, all the way up to that Monday 27th of October high. This was also a 3-wave move. Just want to help you, understand what my view is. This could happen. So we want to understand what the support area is in case we get a similar pattern. And the thing is, as long as the movement to the upside is a 3-wave move, there isn't really any confirmed low. I know the price has reacted very, very well to our 55-week exponential moving average, to psychological support around $100,000, to the 1-year moving average, to the 50-week moving average. So, there is just a lot of support here, and the June low as well. And I spent a lot of time explaining the importance of this support area down there. And yep, the bulls have showed up, but it's not really impressive, I gotta say. This is not a rally like this one, where we had really like a vertical start, right? So we'll see. It could develop into something. Of course, there is a bullish pathway to higher prices, but to even consider that, I want to see a break above 112,400. I mean, don't get me wrong, I am considering that, but to raise probabilities for it, because we are still below resistance, and the movement to the upside from the November low is a 3-wave move so far. The most important resistance area in the short term is this one, between 107,336 and 112,407. Just for everybody, again, I'm not overall bearish yet, but I am cautious because the larger bull market top might have formed. We just don't have any evidence yet that we're in a bear market, and I'm still slightly leaning towards another high, especially as long as we can avoid a decisive break below the 55-week EMA. So that means, in other words, we could still get a break below the 55-week EMA, but unless we get 1 or 2 weekly closes, I wouldn't call it a decisive break. Now, let us also take a look at the short-term chart for Bitcoin. If you watched yesterday's video, then you already know that this support area is relevant. We can adjust it again slightly here, but it's basically the one I showed you on the larger time frame here. Yeah, just slightly adjusting it. Yeah. So it's 100,700 roughly, to $104,170. And we don't need to test it, okay? It's just there in case we get a deeper pullback. For example, that somewhat deeper pullback could be part of A, B, yeah, that was too deep. A, B, C, in wave B. And you can see that the market has actually reacted now to the 50% retracement, but without a strong rejection. I mean, in other words, it wouldn't be a surprise to get a dip into support, but we don't need that dip. Yeah, the market can also grind higher. End of last week, I showed you a wave count where we said, hey, maybe we just go higher directly. AB 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like this. Yeah, this is basically what gold is doing. In case you're following also our gold updates. The reason why I show you this support area and the labeling of an ABC structure is not to predict the B wave pullback, but from a risk management point of view to show you the parameters, right? It makes sense to show you the widest possible support area here in this case, because B waves are, you could say, unpredictable, and there's a wide range of movements that they can perform. So it remains my view that a break below 100,700 pretty much would confirm that the next move to the downside has started. First towards 96k, then possibly 90k. And if we can get a break above 112,400, that is something more bullish that might be playing out. But at the moment, we're just moving between support and resistance, and the uptrend is moderate. No clear sign of a top, but also not really super exciting. I'll keep you updated about any changes. I think it's still the time to be cautious. No confirmed low, but we're still holding support, which is important from a bullish point of view. Of course, I'll keep you updated. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. There are additional updates, like for members, Uniswap update was covered yesterday, you know, ICP. Also, as a gold member, you can access our Discord server, and I invite you to join us on X as well for additional updates. For example, today, like before this video, I updated Bitcoin on X. So some of you might not even know we have an X channel as well. I'll leave a link in the comment section for you. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.